This video is an excerpt from my course Illustrator Artistry, which is all about adding textures to your artwork. And once you've added textures with a clipping mask, this video can show you ways to edit inside the clipping mask. So let's take a look. Now we're going to take this clipping mask a step further. So again, I have my flower, I have my bitmap TIFF, and I've put these on a separate layer so that we can see this a little better. And then if I go up here to the options menu, you can make your thumbnails larger like I have here by just going down to panel options. And as you can see, I've typed in 50 pixels there, click OK. And now it's much easier to see the thumbnails. So I'm taking the selected TIFF and I'm going to go ahead and give it a color here, drag the flower, place it on top. And actually, before I make this mask, let me go ahead and crop the image. So choosing crop image there and cropping this in. And instead of going back up to hit the apply button, this time I'm just going to tap enter or return on my keyboard. And now I've cropped that image. Now we can make the clipping mask using the keyboard shortcut Command or Control 7. Okay, so I'll zoom in a little bit more here and turn down the triangle so we can see there's our clip group. And inside of it, we have the compound clipping path and we have the texture image. Now, because we're working in the layers panel, it makes it a little bit easier to do a few things. So I'm going to add some color backgrounds here by using my rectangle tool. And for the flower, I'll just make a rectangle that's this dark rose color. And then for the leaves, I'll come and choose that dark green color. And then I can just go into the layers panel and drag this rectangle here inside the clipping group and below the texture image like that. Same thing here. I'll grab this rectangle and drag it underneath the image. All right, so now we have a clip group that's a little more complex than what we've been working with before because it's got multiple objects inside of it. So here, if I try to use, say, the buttons on the top control panel, let me just click on Edit Contents. What I have is a selection of all three of these elements. So if I try to click again, it's not going to let me get underneath the image to the rectangles below. All right, let me deselect. And it's kind of the same thing if I try doing this with the white arrow. So if I get my white arrow, let me zoom in a little bit, and I try to select on this red, can't do it. Try to select on the green, like that. I always get the image, as you can see. And that's because it's just a wall of pixels here that I can't get through. Now this would be the same situation even if this weren't a clipping mask. If we had just put an image overlay of texture over one of our illustrations, we would want that texture on a separate layer so that we can lock it and hide it and get underneath it when we need to. So it's kind of the same thing, but here in a clipping mask, it's going to be a lot easier to work like this inside the clipping mask when we have the layers panel open. So the easiest way is just to turn off the image, and that way with my white arrow, I can select these rectangles underneath. But if for some reason I really need to have the visibility of this texture turned on, I can also lock it. So if I deselect, and now with my white arrow, try to select inside this flower, I can select the red rectangle and I can select the green rectangle. And again, I'm doing this with my white arrow, the direct selection tool, because I'm selecting inside of a group, inside of a clip group. Now, if you're trying this and you're seeing something different than me, perhaps you have a preference turned on that allows you to lock and unlock objects directly on your canvas, on your artboard. So let me go ahead and unlock this and I'll show you that preference. If I go into Command or Control K, that's our shortcut for preferences, and then to selection and anchor display, it's this first option right here. Select and unlock objects on canvas. And this can come in handy. So I'm gonna go ahead and check this to show you what this looks like and then click OK. And now when I have this, let's go in again to the clipping mask here and lock the image. Now we can see when it's selected, it has this little lock icon on it. So when I take my white arrow like I was doing before and try and click inside here, I am getting the lock icon. So when you have this feature turned on, you can't use your white arrow to get underneath the bitmap TIFF. What you'll need to do in this case is, forget about selecting here and just start by selecting here in the layers panel. The nice thing about it, if you haven't used that before, is that let's say I'll go ahead and click to select the image even though it's locked. If I click here on the lock icon, it unlocks the image as we can see here in the layers panel. So let me go ahead and lock it again. I'll come here and get the red rectangle here and let's move this a little bit. And one thing that I love to do, like here, I want, maybe a little bit more red here, but I don't want it here on the tops of the leaves. While this is selected, I can go and get the eraser tool and I can just erase that part of the selected rectangle off. And I can even kind of do a little contouring right there so that shape looks better. So when you have a clipping mask that has more than one object inside of it, it's a good time to open up the layers panel because it's going to make selecting and editing things a lot easier. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this excerpt from my Illustrator Artistry course. You can find out more about my Adobe Illustrator courses and training on my website, lauracoylecreative.com. And I hope you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.